What's going on, arm wrestling world? In a good mood today. In a good mood today because Elon Musk has taken over Twitter, and that's made me happy. It's my new favorite. It's my new favorite social media platform to invest time and energy into. So, guys, please head on over to Twitter at Ryan Blue Bowen if you want to join the arm wrestling conversation over there. I'm going to be putting plenty into that one. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the reason for today's video is not to talk about Elon Musk taking over Twitter. It is to talk about the top 10 North American rankings after this week. We're always getting updates. We're always getting updates as tournaments and super matches unfold and performances are put in place. You ultimately have to update your opinion on things. And so this weekend that's just gone by, where we saw people like Todd Hutchings taking on multiple opponents, we saw Corey West making huge inroads in his performance against Krasimir Kostadinov. Those things really do complete the picture a little bit more. And so I wanted to update and kind of elaborate on my top 10 North American rankings as of right now. I just tweeted it. If you want to see it, you can see it on Twitter. There it is there. There's the tweet. As you can see, my top 10 North American ranks right now, I have number 1, Devon Larratt. I think we're going to unanimously agree. I take that back. There's going to be a bunch of you that think Dave Chaffee should be 1. But I don't care. This is my list. Number 1, Devon Larratt. He's the man. He just is. He's earned his spot at the top rank there in North America. He's fighting Levan Saganishvili in June at King of the Table 4. There's just too much evidence. We saw him holding Todd Hutchings, albeit after Todd had pulled. We saw him holding Todd Hutchings just the other day with ease. Devon Larratt's the man. Coming in number 2, we got Dave Chaffee. Now, Dave Chaffee, he's the man in a lot of other people's eyes. He's the man when we talk about rigid rules, when we talk about that PAL sort of environment. He's someone who's thrived very well there. You, of course, destroyed Alex Cadorette at the King of the Table 3 just a matter of weeks ago. Outstandingly strong human being is Dave Chaffee. He is, for me, number 2, sorry. Sorry, Dave, number 2. Now, coming in at number 3, this one is tricky. I don't know. It's tricky because it's just hard to get a read on this man right now. I'm talking about Michael Todd. Michael Todd at number 3. I have him at number 3, but I'm nervous about him at number 3. When I reflect on Michael, if I think about the Michael that there has been in the years gone by, I wouldn't have had any doubts, and Michael would have been above Dave Chaffee. Of course, Michael beat Dave Chaffee last time they faced, but just going on the results that have happened in the last 12 months, I've switched places on those two. Dave now moving ahead of Michael, despite having lost to Michael in the WAL a number of years ago in their last meeting. And for the reason being that Michael's performance against Gennady, it looked like something was wrong. It looked like something's become void in Michael's game. His pronation's not there. His rise and back pressure threat's not there like it used to be. Something's up. I know Michael personally, and I know he's very determined. I know he's very committed, and belief is not the problem. And I hope he is right. I hope he does return to the form that he was once in, and that we see that pronation and back pressure return. But until otherwise proven, I have to go off his most recent performance against Gennady and the one against Devon. And for that reason, I have him at 3. Now, nipping at Michael Todd's heels, there's a number of people that I think, honestly, this next section gets very grey, and you could interchange these next names quite a bit. There's arguments for different people to be above different people in all sorts of circumstances here, because ranks 4 through to 8, to me, very murky. But I have it like this. At 4, I have John Brzenk, then Todd Hutchings, then Jerry Cadorette, then Corey West, and Derek Smith. Okay, so coming in at number 4, John Brzenk, the return of the king, John Brzenk at number 4. I think for me, he deserves that spot because of his performance, particularly against Zoloev. When we're talking about data and that, remember Zoloev did beat Hutchings 5-1, somewhere in, where was it, 6 months ago, something like that. And then Brzenk really did significantly just toy with Zoloev at the last East versus West. So that for me is the real standout performance that makes me say, no, look, I am putting John. Confidence in John's ability and technical well-roundedness and conditioning throughout all the positions is the reason why. And I just have to have John up there in that respect. I just can't. I find myself struggling to bet against Todd. To bet against John when I put him against Todd or against Jerry or against Corey or against Derek or any one of those guys. Just more so than anyone else, I struggle to bet against John in that respect. I think John could potentially beat Michael Todd as well. I'm not convinced, but I think it could happen. So for that reason, John at number 4. Now, Todd Hutchings, very similar to John. Everything I just said about John, you could almost say about Todd as well. He's in an exceptional vein of form right now, and he does, I think, deserve, to be recognized as a man on a mission and a man that's quickly charging up the ranks. Todd Hutchings could well be top 10 in the world right now. He could well be. Time will tell. He is absolutely going around just killing everyone at the moment. Like I said, he just pulled a super match in Canada over the weekend where he took on 2 opponents at the same time, and he destroyed both of them. And these guys are beasts. So Todd Hutchings is going around taking paychecks right now. He'll face anyone that wants to throw down. As long as the money's there on the table, he will do it. He, of course, is hunting the likes of Dave Chaffee and Michael Todd and Devon Larratt. He will face Michael Todd later in the year. That one's confirmed. I think it was July. So we will get that update there. I think he also is confirmed to face John Brzenk at some stage too. That will be awesome updates. Of course, then the international. We're going to see Todd Hutchings against Irakli very shortly. We're going to see him against Prudnik. We're getting plenty of data on Todd. He's very active. It's awesome to see. And he's, for me, sitting at number 5 currently. Now, number 6, I have a man that is very... It's problematic for him to even be on this board. I have to admit that it is problematic. And I'm talking about Jerry Cadorette. And the reason it's problematic is because he hasn't been active since 2019. And he hasn't been active because he's been very faithful to the WAL. He was always waiting for them to come back. Well, they didn't. And he missed the boat. He was always there ready to push for the WAL hammer. Jerry Cadorette is a problem for a lot of arm wrestlers any day of the week. And he's in fact gone and put out a call out there saying he will challenge anyone in the top 5 of the North American ranks, and he's willing to bet them at a 2-to-1 ratio. So he'll put down double whatever they're willing to bet. That's a confident man. That's a man with intent that he's looking at coming back and wants to get things done. Jerry Cadorette, the real deal. For me right now, I have him at 6. He could go as high as 3 on any given day. And I don't think he could go any lower than 8 on any given day. But I have, for me right now, him sitting at 6 with the hope that he will very soon become active legitimately, whether it be via an East vs West or a King of the Table or a money match somewhere, that we'll see him up against a good opponent and we'll get that confirmation. Okay, number 7 and number 8, 2 very exciting gentlemen, 2 highly exciting prospects in the new guard of arm wrestling out of North America. I'm talking about Corey West and Derek Smith, both of these guys, having recently put on a very dominant performance against an established elite. Derek Smith by beating Tim Bresnan very convincingly, and then just last weekend, Corey West by defeating Krasimir Kostadinov very convincingly. The reason I have Corey slightly ahead of Derek was I just think his dominant performance was slightly more dominant. What he did to Krasimir Kostadinov was a shock to the arm wrestling world. I think it was a shock to himself even. And to be honest, I think these guys are on an inevitable collision course that when it does happen will be exciting. There was a time when I wanted to wait before I saw that match. There was a time where I was like, these guys still need to prove that they're here and they've arrived before they face each other. Well, now they have proved that they're here. They've proved they've arrived. I can't wait for these guys to face each other so we can know exactly where they sit in that rankings, because Corey West and Derek Smith are on the verge of breaking into the top 5 in North America. They're very close. They're not there yet, but they're very, very close. and it's exciting to watch. So those guys kind of interchangeable at 7 and 8. After that, we've got Marcio Barboza at number 9. I have to say Marcio has always been particularly consistent. He is a killer. You can never question Marcio's level. It's always very consistent. And although he hasn't been as active as we would have liked, once again with the WAL disappearing, he still goes around and dominates, whether it was at the Olympia, in more localized tournaments with money on the line. He's still looking amazingly good, still demolishing whoever it is that stands in front of him on that right arm. And Marcio will hopefully see him involved in East vs West against people like Morozov and whatnot in the near future. That would be amazing. So for me, Marcio, number 9. And rounding out the top 10, I have Tim Bresnan, the man that recently defeated Matt Mask, but lost to Derek Smith. Tim Bresnan, a member of the regular top 8 crew in the PAL. He's one of those old guards, stalwart style, just titans of strength. Been there, very consistent for a long time. Tim Bresnan, for me, rounds out the top 10. But anyway, ladies and gents, let me know what you think. How's that list sit with you? Is it fair? Do you agree? Do you disagree? One thing's for sure is that it's a hot topic, and it is an opinion that a lot of people have updates for. So that is my update on my personal opinion of the top 10 North American ranks right now. I can't wait for the season to continue rolling through, to see these names shuffle, particularly Jerry Cadorette. Where's he going to land? How high can John Brzenk go on this? The Corey West Derek Smith show, that's always interesting. And can people like, I don't know, Chance Shaw, can he crack into this top 10? He's close. But he's not there yet, in my opinion. But anyway, ladies and gents, hope you are well. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with anyone else that you think should see it. But guys, as I was mentioning at the start of the video, please do jump onto Twitter, follow at Ryan Blue Bowen. I'm going to put a lot more energy in that. I'm really happy with that platform, with Elon Musk taking over that, or Lachlan Adair, taking over Twitter. It's good to see that there's going to be more opportunity for just information to be out there, and I can't wait to get the arm wrestling conversation alive and well on Twitter. So if you haven't got a Twitter account yet, but you want to keep going in the arm wrestling conversation, please do go create one. Follow me at Ryan Blue Bowen. And if you're already a Twitter user, make sure you check us a follow, and we get that hashtag arm wrestling going. And yeah, we will keep it all happening over there. But anyway, ladies and gents, that's all from me today. Hope you are well. I'll see you guys again soon.